Good evening. I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jim Teske. Here's a look back at the numbers for today. We started off chilly, frosty for a lot of folks. 33 for the low, but we managed 62 degrees later this afternoon. More importantly, nothing in the way of precipitation today. No snow to report in Syracuse for today. Let's take a look and give you an idea of what's going on with the winds, because they were gusting to around 30 miles per hour throughout the day. Now for the last 2 or 3 hours there have been no gusts. There's still a steady wind, but not as gusty. Still some gusts in places like Fulton and Rochester. The overall trend, though, tonight is for the winds to die down, in part because high pressure is building in from the south. So we've got less in the way of winds for tonight and tomorrow as well. Next system, low pressure coming out of the plains. Some severe weather, Oklahoma and Texas this evening. Thankfully for us, the low will track well to our south. So there's no threat for any severe weather here in central New York, but I think there will be at least a little bit of rain. So let's spell it out. The timecast overnight, there may be a few high clouds, otherwise mainly clear, lighter winds. Temperatures start the day probably in the low 40s, maybe some upper 30s in outlying areas. Winds will be light. First half of the day, that's the sunniest part of our day. By the time you get to noon and early afternoon, some high clouds are starting to move in. That'll be enough to dim or filter the sun. And then late in the afternoon, 5, 6 o'clock, the clouds will thicken. But notice by early evening, you don't see any precipitation. So it may turn out cloudy around sunset, but it will be on the dry side. That won't stay that way for the overnight. There's that area of low pressure Saturday evening. It looks like it's near Columbus, Ohio. Cold front also moving across the Great Lakes. High pressure giving ground. So that area of low pressure tracks to our south. We get into a little bit of rain in combination because of that low and the cold front. So our wettest period for the weekend is overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. As this front sweeps through, I think we turn out drier in the afternoon, and there will likely be some sun before the end of the day is done. So don't give up on Sunday. If you got plans late afternoon or early evening, you may be okay. High pressure building in will mean a cool night here on Sunday night. Saturday, sunshine giving way to increasing clouds, less wind, temperature of 65 degrees. Saturday night into Sunday morning, a little bit of rain, nothing particularly heavy. In the afternoon, drier with some sun and 59. Just a heads up, Monday morning could be a little frost, so keep that in mind if you're doing work in the yard and the garden over the weekend. A little cooler, breezy on Monday, but dry. Starting to warm up on Tuesday. We're well into the 70s here Wednesday and Thursday. There should be some scattered afternoon showers both days. Cold front comes through Friday morning with some showers. A little bit cooler, but technically as warm as it was today with a high temperature of 62.